The view from a dementia resident's bedroom is vital, and it needs to be in tune with their interests. So when you're touring the facility and you have hopefully a choice of a bedroom, consider these aspects. So if, for example, your father is a farmer, if there can be views of paddocks or hills, if your mother's a gardener, if there can be view of a garden, flower beds and trees. Or if your mother just likes driving and cars, then actually some dementia residents prefer and like looking out onto the car yard or the car park area of the facility. I had one woman and she was from a farm, she farmer's wife, big time into farming, but she used to drive to and from the farm into the city often, loved her car, loved driving, loved being in it. And she enjoyed looking out on the car park. To her, it was a great pleasure. And she would, when I went in to see her in her room, she'd say, that black truck, been there all morning. Then I'd be there in the afternoon again and she'd say, the black truck's gone now. She'd look at all the cars. She knew the difference between a Honda and a Toyota. She could almost read the number plates from the window, first floor. And when she went out driving with her daughter used to say that she could read the number plates of the car in front of her as the daughter was driving without prescription glasses. And she was very key and up to date with what brand each car was, you know, Toyota, Mercedes, Volkswagen, whatever. So that was her big key interest. Even though she loved the farm, she loved the outdoors, she loved the sunshine, still cars were a big thing for her. So because of that, being able to look out on the car park just so happened to be prime interest for her. I mean, she actually had one of the best views in the unit of the Southern Alps, which is like very, you know, key. Everyone wants to have a view of the Southern Alps with the beautiful snow-capped mountains in the winter and glorious sunsets, magnificent sunrises, etc. But even with that beautiful view, even with having been outdoors all her life, still looking down at the car park was fine for her. So that's how it's horses for courses, whatever view it is that appeals to your parent in terms of their interests and their pleasure, because remembering that the view really is their screen to the outside world. And the more relevant you can make that screen for them, the better off they'll be. Now, if you have no choice and your parent comes into the facility, you can't get a decent room for them. The only room available was a room looking out onto a cold, damp bank. It's dark, it's unwelcoming, and there's no view at all. What you can do is create good liaison relationships with the staff, that always being the best and first requirement for any request. And then go to the charge nurse or the clinical manager and say, look, I'd really appreciate it if when one of the dementia residents from here either goes to another facility or is no longer with us, if the next available room that comes up, I could be in line for, so that my parent can go into that. If it's north facing, if it's sunny, if it has a good view, anything compared to looking out onto an old damp bank. I mean, the north facing views are always the best anyway, so just say north facing side. Then at least there's going to be a view in sunshine, if I can be the first in line for that. And if you're already in the facility and you have good relationships with staff, they will pass that message on and you will be able to move your parent. But do that, because so often relatives just keep with the same old story. You know, they've set mum up or dad up in a room and they really think about moving. But it's really important to move. It's not such a big thing. When and if another room becomes available, it only takes 2 strong people to be able to take the furniture across the unit, and you know, the daughter can organise things a little bit in advance, putting things in boxes and then just carrying over the clothes pretty easily. I mean, there's not, it wouldn't take more than a few hours, a couple of people with, making a bit of effort to move a room. But for the resident, it's a complete change, positive change of lifestyle. Totally improves quality of life. If they can have sunshine coming through in the summer, if they can have their view looking out the window, it just gives a sunny perspective on life, and it lifts mood. Sunshine lifts mood, lovely views lift mood, and it's the same for dementia residents. They need that opportunity. So I've written about these topics and more at length in the 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit, Everything You Need to Know About a Relative Going into a Unit, and The Resident's Rise, Everything You Need to Know About a Dementia Unit Once Your Relative is in the unit. Both on Amazon and my website, pietavalentine.com. Now, I do want to say, and I put the sticker here as a reminder for you and me, here it's got 2 Oz. That means that I'm planning to come to Australia soon, because from New Zealand, Christchurch, because, reason being, I wanted to do something for the followers who have been so loyal and committed on TikTok and YouTube to this channel. I really did want to do something that I felt would not help you, because you don't need the help. You're the ones that are going to be helping people in dementia facilities, but acknowledge my appreciation. I wanted to acknowledge my appreciation for the support that's been given to this channel. And as I've noticed that on TikTok, most of the followers are from Australia, I thought, well, I'll come to Australia. I'll come to Melbourne and maybe Sydney and do some one-day retreats. And when that's all set up, I'll let you know, and those of you that are following and subscribed can come to those retreats. I thought you'd be interested in that. We can all meet each other, which would be a lovely experience, and we can have some workshops and some meals and some walks out in the Australian bush, and we can have a lovely time. I'm thinking to do it over summer. In Melbourne, it's not too hot then. In Sydney, yes, it is, but there'll be air conditioning about, and we'll find a way. So anyway, it's in planning stages yet, but Australia, retreats and followers, to meet you all and hear your ideas, get your ideas, share views. It will just be a marvellous time, something to look forward to. So I'll let you know about it more and put all the information in the description once it's up and running. So thank you for your looks and your likes. Thank you. 200 subscribers on YouTube now. Very nice figure. About 230 plus on TikTok. Also a very good figure. 11,000 likes or something. Famous. So Granny, of course, is helping with a lot of all this now. So thank you for all your support. Thank you.